Hey everybody, welcome to Bearded Baker Banter. This is, do you guys feel it?
The
Oh, I,
madness.
I feel it.
Dude, there's a little, I would say a chill, but it's more of a warmth. It
Oh
feels
yeah.
feels pretty nice. It is the eve of March Madness. We're about to get this thing started. This is one of the most beautiful times of the year. So what we're going to be doing tonight here is we're going to be looking at the polls that we put out. We got a lot of results. We had over actually 100 votes total on our different polls. All right, so thank you to all of you that interacted with our stuff because we like to see what everybody thinks. You know, it gives us some interactions, some talking points, which is cool. We'll get into our polls. We'll start with that. We're actually going to come up with a consensus Bearded Baker bracket. The Bearded Baker bracket is going to be a consensus. Now, understand that this is not going to be our picks. You know, we still use our logic, we still use our data and analysis things to come up with our bracket, but ultimately, our official picks are still going to be the daily recipes that we post on our Twitter account each day. So that'll be second. And then we're going to start to look at some dogs, some double digit seeds, all right, and kind of see what they're at. Maybe some hypothetical things where some what ifs. So with that, I'd like to say welcome, Trent. Welcome, Trey.
Welcome, thank you, Tyler. Yeah, I like the word you used earlier with Eve because that's exactly what it feels like. I feel like a little kid waiting for Christmas morning. So can't wait. Sit down all day, really get into some games, gamble a little bit, have some beers, and really take it all in. I've been waiting all season long for this.
Oh man, that's what we prepared for.
Darn right. Waking up, eating a quick breakfast, turning the games on, and watching it until you go to bed. Nothing better.
That's right. That's right.
And let's be honest too. This year on Friday, we will also hopefully be dealing with some luck of the Irish. So
Oh, that's right.
cheers to that on Friday, right? All right.
Yes.
So let us get going here. We're gonna start off with our polls that we posted on our Twitter page the other day. Believe it was on Monday. The first poll that we looked at and we sent out was the biggest snub of the tournament here. User results here said that at 59%, everybody said Rutgers. How do you guys feel about that, Rutgers?
Well, can I start us?
Yeah, go ahead, Trent.
I mean, it's obviously the majority had that in mind before the first round of the NIT.
Yes, sir.
Right. Um, I somewhat agreed with the majority on this with Rutgers. Um, just I felt they had enough to get in. However, as we see it now, I mean, who knows? Maybe they get in and they're they're an early exit. So I mean, I'm guessing the
Sorry about that.
committee could have gotten it wrong, but then again, them at that early exit in the NIT, I think they got it pretty spot on.
Yeah, I'm going to add on to that, Trent. So, yeah, I think, like you said, I think a lot of the results were done before the first rounds of the NIT. I wasn't going to say Rutgers regardless, even now that I know that they lost, but I was going to take another team that actually lost tonight as the biggest snub, and that was Clemson. I think they tied for third in the ACC, which I know, like we said, is not considered one of the strongest. I know, Trent, you like the ACC, but it's not considered one of the strongest conferences this year, and I'm just wondering if that's what held them out. I mean, they beat NC State in the ACC tournament by over 20 points, who is actually in the tournament. They have good players. I think that could be electric with that. What's his name? PJ Hall, the center that they have. He's a really good all-around player. But to me, I thought Clemson was the biggest snub, and now looking at them tonight, they lost to Morehead State by 4. And yeah, it's tough to say. Like, you look at these teams just predicting things, and the reality of it is they might not be as good as what we think they are.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna tell you, Trey, you got me back on the train. You convinced me. Clemson, biggest snub. ACC all the way.
Surprised,
Doesn't take
Trent.
much.
I'm surprised you wouldn't take the other ACC team in the poll there, Trent.
Oh,
However,
yeah.
I
I see.
I kind of really think that, you know, bias aside, I'm a Tar Heel fan, and I'm actually really disappointed. All right, in the fact that they're not playing in the NIT, just from a fan of basketball. You know, I'm not sure what the thought process is down there. Um,
Yeah.
you know, I'd love to sit here and say, obviously, North Carolina is the biggest snub of the tournament. I wasn't convinced that they were getting in. I don't know if they really played good enough throughout the season. I would have loved to see them in. But I'm actually going with a Big 12 team here with Oklahoma State. I think Oklahoma State is also proving, too, to be a snub of a, pick here. When you look at who's here, okay, Carolina's not in the NIT. Rutgers is out. Clemson is out. Oklahoma State, they were in a battle tonight against, Youngstown State, right?
Yeah, great team.
I mean, so maybe they were the biggest snub. I did have them in my, initial polls as well for my top 64 teams. So
they a 2 seed, 3 seed. Would you have
That might have been a 16th seed, right? With a playing against West Virginia.
Yes.
I'm also very disappointed in UNC for not participating in any of the postseason tournaments. That's very unlike them as a program, I'd say. I mean, that's.
Can I?
I don't know if it was health related or what, but I feel like as Hubert Davis as a coach, that's very disappointing in my eyes.
So as you guys were speaking about this, I did a little research. They said it was a mistake. UNC actually thought the NIT was a standardized test, and they didn't want anything to do with a standardized test.
Oh, man.
So,
sorry, Tar Heel fans. We just got to roll with those right now. Just he's a Duke fan, so just let him, let him go.
Hey, I don't want to talk too much because Duke's going to have their hands full tomorrow. Not the most confident first round.
Yes, they are.
Yes, yeah.
With the possible championship team. I don't know. We'll get into that.
Oh, goodness.
Man.
All right, moving along here.
Let's go.
Next poll we actually posted out was the toughest region in the bracket. We have the South, the Midwest, the East, and the West. South, you have your number one seed as Alabama. Down to the East, you have Purdue. In the Midwest, you have Houston. And then in the West, you have Kansas. Our poll results showed that 33% of people said the West was the most difficult region. What say you guys?
Well, I think they got it wrong. That was probably, I would say, one of the last conferences or regions I would say is the hardest. Mm-hmm. To me, it's a toss-up between the Midwest and the East. Mm-hmm. Looking at the Midwest, I think the higher seeds are more of a threat to pull some upsets than they are than the East. But the East has some powerhouse teams in there with Duke. They have Marquette, Purdue. The 8-9 matchup of Memphis FAU is going to be one that I'm extremely excited to watch.
Yeah.
Kind of disappointed they're playing each other first round, but both those teams are great. You got the 12 seed of Oral Roberts, who, we've already mentioned, could very well be an upset team.
Golden Eagles.
Then you got Tennessee, who's been a threatening 1 seed all year long. They had a little skid. It's probably why they're a 4 seed. But then you got the Blue Blood Kentucky, Marquette coming off a huge run. I just think that conference is stacked. The Midwest, though, I think Texas A&M as a 7 seed is ridiculous. Yeah. Whoever draws them. If I was Texas, I would be extremely upset.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. Trent,
ultimately, I'm going to East as the hardest. That's
East? Okay.
That's my pick.
Trent, what say you?
Fair. I'm going the West. I'm going with the majority yet again. But however, let me make my case here. I think that's the weakest 2 seed, in my opinion.
It's funny because there are some experts out there that are picking UCLA literally to be in the championship.
Oh, I'm 100% away from those expert opinions.
I'm just saying.
But I mean, I'm looking at that bottom portion of the bracket, and it's a shame. It's really a shame that in the second round, TCU and Gonzaga are going to have to knock out one another.
Yep.
One of the two is going home in the first weekend, and I mean, hell, Jamie Dixon is known for his first weekend exits all the time with pretty good teams, but I actually think Gonzaga being a 3 there, and I'm not usually a Gonzaga advocate, but I just think that there's a little bit less stress on their shoulders, a little less weight on their shoulders, but I actually do have Gonzaga coming out of that region, ideally.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you got UConn as a 4, and I think VCU as a 12. They're a tough team. So, and Arkansas is known to make a run in the West. So, I'm sorry. I'm going. I'm going the West in this case. Not necessarily because Kansas is there,
Yeah.
but I think that everything in between is pretty tough. It's a tough road.
Yeah, I mean, I look at the West too, and I mean, you mentioned Gonzaga and even TCU. I mean, right now, I mean, let's look at it. Arizona State's playing pretty tough right now. They're playing a Nevada team, but at one point here they were up by 30 points. So I mean, it might be tough. I don't agree that the West is the toughest. I was more along the lines of the East and the South. Funny that I see the South was a little bottom feeder at 13%. But I don't know. I just look at that and I really kind of think that 1 and 2 seeds as a whole. I feel like the South is the strongest with Arizona and Alabama. You guys recall I did call that Alabama would be the overall number 1. So
yeah,
just put a little check mark in my box there for that. But
Touché.
I don't know. I really look at the East across the board. I mean, the fact that you actually have a streaking Duke team as a 5 seed is kind of scary. Trent and you guys mentioned about Tennessee kind of falling off a little bit. They're a 4 seed. I mean, if you look across the board there, I mean, Marquette's been playing really well. And I don't know. I mean, across the board, I just think it's tough. It's, even Kansas State at a 3 seed, I actually think, there's some teams that below Kansas State that could be higher than them. You know what I mean? I think Purdue's a little bit at risk in terms of a number 1 seed. When you really look at the fact that he's going to be, or they're, if they get past the first round, you're looking at Memphis or FAU. 2 pretty strong teams like Trey you had mentioned. I don't know. I'm going East overall with the toughest bracket there. I think across the board, 1 to 16, it's pretty tough. So, moving along to our next poll, we got into what team is the best number 2 seed. This poll actually had the most people vote in it, and we at 36%, the people voted Marquette. Marquette as the best number 2 seed, which you're hearing a lot of little rumblings about that across the board. Just talking to some people, around the area. What say you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Marquette. I mean, I think all the 2 seeds are really good teams, and I think they all have a threat to kind of make a run. To me, the strongest 2 seed is Texas. I think winning that conference championship and coming out of the Big 12 and really putting one on Kansas, I think 2 times in the last couple weeks or last 2 weeks or something. I also think that they have a kind of an easier road. I know if they can get past A&M in that second round, I think Texas can actually make a run, and that's why I'm going with them as the best 2 seed.
I'm just gonna say I totally disagree with you with Texas.
Okay.
I actually think they're the weakest.
Wow.
Yeah, across the board, and I also think they have one of the tougher roads, especially going against an A&M. I think
if they get past A&M, it's smooth sailing for them.
I don't know, man.
Hey, I must say that I side with one of you on this stance on Texas.
I'm gonna go.
It's not me, I can tell you that.
It actually is Trey.
Wow.
Because I think Texas is the top 2 seed. I will give them credit. Toughest league. You pound Kansas 2 straight times. One of them being in the championship game, and that was without Timmy Allen, one of their better players. I would say he's kind of their heart. He's their leader guy. If you ever watch them play, he's the guy that gets them going. So yeah, I'm going Texas.
I was not expecting that trend.
I actually wasn't either, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the South bracket. Like I said, I thought top to bottom, 1 to 2 wise, I thought that Alabama and Arizona were the strongest 2 seeds. So I'm actually going with Arizona in this. I know you guys have given me some crap about Arizona in the past. I don't know. I think they're sneaky. Not a lot of talk around them.
It's because they play at like 1 a.m. for us on the East Coast, man. Let's be real.
Point.
That West Coast basketball, it's tough to stay up for.
Dude, that's definitely my sleep why I lack sleep around this time of the year, especially.
Yeah.
I'm watching all those West Coast games. I mean, I'm super excited right now for Utah Valley game, and it's 3 minutes to go in the first half. Will I be watching it? Absolutely, I'll be watching the whole thing.
Heck yeah.
I think even last night I went to bed, and I started watching the Eastern Washington game on my phone. So
yeah.
All
right.
But yeah, Arizona.
So we got Texas, Arizona. I like it.
All right, moving.
I'll respect your Arizona. Those bigs are some serious stuff.
Yeah.
Out there. So.
What we'll do here is we'll go one more poll, and then we'll save that last poll about the Sweet 16 with double-digit seeds when we actually get into more of our double-digit discussion here. So, last poll that we'll discuss here before we move into our brackets is what conference will the national champion come from? We had SEC, Big 10, Big 12, or other. This one actually ended in a tie. The SEC had 35%. And other had 35%. And I believe, looking at some of the responses that people left with us, I believe I remember seeing ACC was the one that the other really kind of leaned on. So we had a couple responses from some different people. But Trent, Trey, what do you think?
I'm the most obvious. I'll go first, and I'll keep it quick and simple. ACC, all the way.
All right.
Okay, just curious. You think Duke then wins it all? Because what team from the ACC is the one that's going to be the champ?
So can I be biased without revealing my champion?
I mean, not really. You kind of have to reveal your champion if you're picking the ACC.
I'll reveal my champion when I go to pick my champion at the end.
All right.
Well, we're doing a consensus champion. So
I know, so I might not get it, but I'm even just telling you that the conference that I think will win does not necessarily match my bracket pick. I know that sounds crazy, might sound a little stupid, but it's also just what I think is, like we said, the cream rises to the crop top, and I believe the ACC will end up victorious as usual.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I do think ACC has a good chance. I do think that they were overlooked this year, and I think we mentioned it before in one of the podcasts, is that with Duke and Carolina, especially Carolina kind of playing slow all year, but Duke starting out slow. I think with Duke and Carolina being down this year, I think a lot of people really overlooked the ACC for some of the strength that they actually have. I mean, I think NC State as an 11, I think is a very dangerous 11. Miami a 5. I mean, Pitt almost not making the tournament. Like, I don't think they got the respect that they had in the past because of Duke and Carolina being down. But I could see ACC. In this case, I'm actually going to go SEC. So that's where I'm rocking, and I am going with one of the 1 seeds. So you can do the math there and figure that one out. What my champion is.
Yep.
Not proud to say it, but Roll Tide.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Oh gosh.
It felt kind of sour when I said it a little bit.
I'm gonna record that for college football season.
I actually it felt like I actually drank a glass of milk and then ate like 3 pickles at the same time after I said it.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It's a very, very interesting description.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Well, I mean, it gives you the visual, right?
Yeah.
You can kind of taste the pickles and
Trey?
milk.
I'm gonna go with the consensus, or what I think is the consensus favorite conference this season. I'm gonna go with the Big 12.
Just following the crowd, huh?
Following the crowd.
Yeah.
I mean, no. I think they're the best conference for a reason. I really do. I think they're not going to play a team better than what they've played in the regular season, and that's what it comes down to. So I think they can beat anyone. The team that I think to win, I think they can beat anyone that they're going to face, and anyone in any other region for that matter. So
that's fair.
So I'm taking the Big 12.
I guess what we can do is then we'll do our consensus bracket here, and then we can each talk about if our champion's not in there, then we can at least say who initially we had picked. So
right, yeah, we can talk about them. But
all right,
to break it down, how it's going to go when we do our consensus bracket is, well, since there's 3 of us, there has to be an odd number. The majority is what we have to go with. So if 2 people have a split vote, it comes down to the third person, who advances in our consensus bracket. It'll be easy if we all pick the same team, which might probably happen with a couple matchups, but The other thing we get is if the minority person gets overpowered, they get one challenge per region where they can get 30 seconds to try and change one person's vote and sway their opinion. Does that sound good to you guys?
Yeah, I just
good.
feel like I'm going to get ganged
this.
up on here and have to use my challenges all at once.
Well, you only got one per region, so use it wisely.
Yeah.
Older brother versus younger brothers. I understand. It's fine.
Wait.
Yep. I'm
the one in the. Yep. I'm the one in the middle.
Hey,
like, what do you...
Exactly. You get to pick your side.
It's the younger brother that always gets teamed up on.
No. He always gets his way.
Oh, here we
go. Trey. It helps build character. Relax. All right.
So let's jump into this. We are gonna go with the South region. Before we get into picks, I know we had talked about what do you guys think is. Let's talk biggest surprises here. All right, what's something you feel that could actually happen that's a little wild that we can kind of look at? Trent, what's your biggest surprise here in this South region?
Now listen, I don't want to say it's like too big of a shock, but because I think they're a good team. I think they're experienced, and I think they have some serious depth. Which, when you have a good bench, it can help you. I'm gonna go in College of Charleston. College of Charleston will be a second weekend team at a 12-seed spot.
Okay, I like that. Trey, what's your biggest surprise here in the South?
Ooh, okay. This one, for me, my biggest surprise is I'm going a seed lower. I was going to say is having a double-digit seed in the Sweet 16 out of this region. But Trent's kind of already established that with Charleston. So I'm going to say my biggest surprise is NC State making the Sweet 16.
Ooh, okay. I like that. I can definitely see that. My biggest surprise, I mean, it's a one-game surprise. I think my biggest surprise I'm going with here is Furman beats Virginia. 13 tops of 4. And yeah, I do think I agree with Trent on the Charleston thing. I think you could get a 12-13 matchup there, which would be the madness.
Absolutely. All right, let's do this. Let's start it.
All right, here we go. First matchup we have is Alabama and Texas A&M CC. Consensus.
Yeah, I think we can all agree we're going with Alabama here.
Yeah, Bama.
Yep.
All
right. Next we got Maryland, West Virginia. We can kind of just speak them out, and then we'll come to the consensus.
I'm on the Mountaineers.
Trey.
I am also on the Mountaineers.
All right, make that a 3-fer.
All right.
I mean, look at that. They were projected a 16 seed, got a 9, winning first round.
I hate you guys.
I know.
You're never gonna live it down.
No, really. Never.
Well,
when you stated that, Trey and I's eyes were like, "What?"
Well, the fact that we've actually, and the funny thing is, we've actually received some texts from people too. Is like, Tyler, West Virginia, 16 seed? Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Like, I just gotta own it. You know, it is what it is.
If a Power 5 team ever gets to be a 16 seed, I don't think it can happen. But
they would dismantle the committee.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, San Diego State, Charleston, 5-12.
All right, I'm going to lead off. I know Trent said he thinks they can make the Sweet 16, but I like San Diego State here. I think Charleston gets a very, very, very tough matchup. I think of all the 5 seeds besides Duke, that's the one they didn't want to play.
All right. Well, Trey, overruled. I'm on Charleston.
Right.
That's how
you want to challenge? Hey, Trey, go ahead and challenge me.
Yep.
Challenge me.
Well, I do have the Aztecs going to the Sweet 16, but
wow.
I'm gonna hold off my challenge. I'm gonna hold off.
All right.
West Coast basketball is fake. Oh man, I don't know how many West Coast listeners we have.
Probably not too many yet.
Yeah, not yet.
I don't know. When we post this, it might be midnight here, but it's only 9:00 there.
Hey, we do have a potential guest who's close to the West Coast, right?
Yes, we do.
Coming on potentially.
Yep, I believe so.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Ryan might.
Yeah. Next we got Virginia and Furman. What we got here?
I just think that Virginia defense will overwhelm a team like Furman. Be careful of recency bias, right? Isn't that's a thing we got to stay clear of. So I'm going Virginia.
Never heard of that phrase.
What?
Really?
Nope,
Really?
Never heard of it.
Well, like right now, I will tell you right now, be careful with everybody jumping on the Duke bandwagon, and that's coming from a Duke fan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
BJBs, baby.
All right,
Eagles.
I got you. I got Virginia. Tony
All right.
Bennett, too good of a coach. Ain't making an early exit like this again.
Trey?
I'm also gonna push. I'm gonna go with Virginia. That's yeah.
Okay.
I do like Furman. I know you went with them. I think it's a very possible thing, but Virginia is too solid of a squad. They got a great defense. I think that they ultimately come out with it.
It's understandable. I mean, I know it's my surprise, but I can totally see, Virginia. Put it on the board. All right. Next we got Creighton, NC State.
Well, you guys know where I stand on this. I'm going NC State.
I too have the the Wolfpack.
Wow. All right. I think is that our first consensus? Like I would say, like considerable upset, right? 11/6.
Yeah, I mean, if you take into account that you don't even know who I picked yet.
Well, it was 2-1.
Oh, Wolfpack.
Let's hear it. Oh, wow. An underdog sweep here.
Yep. 11/6.
Traquavion Smith can go off, and so can Joyner, I believe his name is.
Yeah.
Those two guards right there, you saw it. They can explode for points. So
as long as they don't play like they did against Clemson.
All right.
That's true.
Staying in the South here, we got Baylor, UCSB. Where are we going here?
I'm going Baylor.
3-14. Trent, you on Baylor?
I am also on Baylor. I think a lot of people are going to be moving away from them because of their most recent outings. But once again,
recency bias.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now. One thing you know is you got to have good guards to win games in March, and I think they have some good guards. So I think they're going to go make a better run than most people would project right now at the moment. So
cool. All right. Next we have this is I actually like this one. Missouri, Utah State. All right, I'm going to start this, and I am going with my guy.
We knew.
Missouri.
Yeah,
of course. Tyler, I'm going to challenge you here. I'm actually taking Utah State.
Trent, the decision's on you.
I'm sorry to do this, but I'm going Missouri.
Yeah. You want to challenge it?
No, I don't. I'm okay with it.
Good.
Bring it on.
Don't bring it because
although I am putting my money line and my spread pick on Utah State. I think Utah State is actually favored.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I think it's 1.5 thing.
Yeah,
it's tight.
You got to watch the conference. I mean that conference that they're in got 4 or 5 bids last year, and no teams won a darn game. Look at tonight. Look at Nevada. They get in. Shouldn't have been in.
Yeah.
And they got smoked by Arizona State.
It's still
conference.
It's still on.
They're so big. They're trying to compare them to the ACC. Come on, cut me a break.
I will say this:
if
you really feel strongly, if you really feel strongly about Missouri,
sign me up,
guys. If you really feel strongly about Missouri, why don't you put a go million on it?
Goodness.
Yep. All right, moving on. Last one we got here, Arizona, Princeton. I think this is pretty short and sweet.
I'll go
Zona.
Yeah, I think Arizona, but I think Princeton. I think Princeton at least makes it interesting for a half.
Yeah, they might.
I don't know, but I mean their size, Arizona's size will take over. But
yeah,
Ivy League is just so they're no competition there.
Yeah. All right,
it's
here we
old
go.
School basketball.
Next we have we're going to stay in the South here. We're going to continue to move down the line. All right, so this is to get into the Sweet 16. We got Alabama, West Virginia. Where are we going, boys?
I'm rolling with the Tide.
Yeah, me as well.
Yep, I'm on Bama as well. All right, next we got Charleston and Virginia.
I'm on Charleston.
Whew. think that this one, I think Virginia just overpowers them. I really do. I like Charleston, but I think Virginia's defense, with their strength of schedule, the teams they play, I have to go with the Cavaliers.
31 wins, Charleston.
Wow, thank you. Dude, I had my challenge already. My red flag was literally in my hands.
All right.
No Vanderplas.
Spidey senses.
No Vanderplas for Virginia. Overpower, you're missing your stretch 4. I'm sorry.
That's not their whole team.
All right.
Virginia plays good defensively, but watch out. They struggle to score from time to time. I mean, look at the Duke game in the second half with about 15 minutes left. They had about 17 points. But once again, nobody respects Duke's defense, right? But that's okay.
All right. Next, we got NC State Baylor. Where are we going?
Well, once again, you guys know where I stand. I know I just said that the recency bias could get Baylor, but I mean, they still did lose those games when it all comes down to it. So I think the Wolfpack can steal one there and make their little, I guess, Cinderella to the Sweet 16.
I can make this easy, Trent. I'm going NC State as well. So
That's cute, guys. That's cute. Because
Trent,
the real question is does Baylor win, right? And my answer is, do Bears poop in the woods? And that's a yes. And the Baylor Bears are going to poop all over the Wolfpack.
Like regular bears or cocaine bears?
Just Bears. Just Bears.
I'll tell you what.
All right, so are you going to swallow this loss, or are you going to challenge?
Well, I hate that you put it that way, what I'm doing with this loss, but
it's pretty vulgar. It's fine.
It was very vulgar,
Yeah,
but nah, I'll take it. I would love to see NC State make that push.
All right.
So
next for the Sweet 16, we got Missouri and Arizona.
I'm going Wildcats.
As am I. All right, clean sweep there. Here we go. Elite 8 time.
Yes, here we go. So we are still in the South. We're going into the Elite 8. All right, first matchup here. We got Bama Charleston.
I gotta go Bama. I know it's a great story, but I think they overpower Charleston.
Trent? Can make it easy Bama for you. I'm also going Bama here. So
I got Bama.
Sounds like it's a team ride.
Yep. All right, and then NC State and Arizona. Does the Cinderella stories end here with Charleston and NC State? I'm going to say Arizona.
I think the clock strikes midnight, Tyler.
All right.
I think they turn into a pumpkin.
All right, 6 to midnight. The clock strikes it.
A wolf pack into a pumpkin.
Oh yeah, you heard it here.
It's wild. All right, and then going into our Final Four, and this is where we'll kind of put a pause on it until we get all the other regions in. We got Bama, Arizona. Where are we going here?
For me, I'm going with Alabama.
I'm going Alabama as well.
I know they've had a strong season. They've been strong even in some like very big controversies and everything. So I think they can muscle through. I think they can pull this one out. I'm going Alabama.
Yep, I'm on the same thing. Trent, you on?
Not a chance. Arizona.
So you challenging it or what?
I'll tell you what. Let's challenge it.
You don't have to.
Let's challenge it.
We can move to the next region if you'd like to. But.
Nah, I mean, I'm challenging it. I mean, you got Tabellus, who's averaging 19.7 points a game, right? You got the guards sitting there averaging 10. You got Balo, their center, a true center and a true power forward. Too much size, too much strength. Arizona dominates the boards. It's over.
Trey, did he convince you?
I think
team average per game. They average 83 points a game. Arizona does.
Yeah, but Alabama can stick up with it. They can score on a snap, Trent. They can do whatever they want with any team.
It's Pac-12 versus SEC. Pac-12 is garbage this year.
It was a valiant effort, Trent. I think that the Alabama is just too strong.
Yep.
Even a bad game for Alabama, they're still playing well. So I'm going to stick with the tie, but I do appreciate
adorable.
Your
It's
effort.
okay. It's okay.
Thanks for playing, essentially.
Yeah. All right.
All right,
I tried. You know
hey.
what? I threw out the first challenge. It was great.
Yeah.
It was an
It's not
adrenaline
easy,
rush.
It's not an easy thing to do.
Now,
It's
all
not.
right.
No,
Hey,
but-
here we go.
but-
Moving into the East. The first matchup we have here is Purdue versus Fairleigh Dickinson.
Moving on.
Fairleigh
Purdue.
Dickinson showed some strength tonight, but there's no way they can beat Purdue. I don't think.
Dude, shortest team versus the tallest dude in the league right now in college basketball. I don't know. I'm on
By the
Purdue.
way, Zach Edey, what a likable guy.
Really?
Hey, real
my
quick,
gosh.
real quick, boys.
Watch his
Hey.
interviews.
Oh, hey,
Great guy.
Gotta take a halftime. 2-0, boys.
Way to go, Sam Houston
Sam
Bearcats.
Houston.
That's right, baby.
Yep,
With a K, Bearcats with a K.
that's right.
Darn
Don't
right.
confuse it with the C. It's a K.
Yeah.
It's the Cats.
All right. So, although I believe the NEC is nothing to mess with, I got Purdue.
All right. Moving along here to Memphis and FAU.
I'll jump out in front with this one. One of my favorite players growing up, Penny Hardaway.
Whoa.
He's got that team hot right now. They've got about a couple 26 and 27-year-olds playing for their team, dropping outrageous numbers throughout the tournament, their conference tournament. They're hot. Keep it rolling. Sorry, FAU. You've shown you've been vulnerable in that weak conference. I love FAU. Don't get me wrong. They've won many bets on them this year. Memphis rolls.
All right, FAU. Trey, where you going?
No, I got
Or, sorry,
Memphis.
Sorry, Memphis.
You listening to me, man?
I'll just give you. I was actually thinking about my pick. I'm going FAU.
Ugh.
I am also going FAU.
God.
Yowls, baby.
Oh, gosh.
I love them. They were my team last year.
Guys.
lot of returning players. I know Trent Memphis just knocked off Houston, won the American Athletic, but I don't know.
It's
I
the
just
American
think that.
Athletic.
What's that?
So it's the American Athletic. I mean, you can complain about FAU's conference.
Yeah.
AAC is
Yeah.
the same.
Oh, I completely agree, Tyler. I think they're just a completely well-rounded team, FAU, and those are the teams that thrive in March Madness. That they have the stars, but they also have the supporting cast.
Yep.
I am furious that this is a first-round matchup. Furious because I think that both of these teams could have made waves and actually made their way to the Sweet 16 had they not played each other in the first round.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Okay.
I am going to go FAU.
All right.
Hey, Trey, can I, does anybody have the spread for this yet?
Not.
I can pull it up quick.
I'm pulling it up. I'm looking. I don't know if they have those games yet, but I'm willing to put a beverage bet on this.
All right, let's put a beverage bet on it. Let's put a six-pack beverage bet on it.
I'm going to take.
Oh.
Wait.
Well,
No.
Why
I'll
don't you
just
ride? Why don't you ride a money line?
I'm going to ride a money line. Absolutely, I am. Money line's fair.
All right.
So let's go. I'm going Memphis money line bet.
Hold on.
What?
I don't know. I didn't agree to a money line.
You
bet
just
here.
picked
Money line.
FAU, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah, money line's minus 135. Let's go.
For FAU.
Yeah.
No, for Memphis.
Dude, come on. You just
What-
picked
what's
FAU.
The spread? What's the spread?
Oh, my
2 points.
goodness.
Minus 2, Memphis.
I like 2 points.
Dude, that sounds like a very, very just it.
Then do you
I
really
don't
pick
even-
FAU?
I don't know the words I'm
All right,
looking
no.
for right now.
I know. I have a better. bet.
Insecure.
I'll do you a
Insecure.
draft. I'll do you a draft beer at Trogs if you get me a triple nader bourbon bottle.
What's
Just
that?
one.
What the?
That changes the vig, because like you're getting the
Sounds
favorite, so you
stupid.
get a draft beer.
Sounds stupid.
I got a Cajun cork.
It's apples to oranges. Let's go. Money line. Straight up. Brew.
All right,
Let's
fine.
put it on
Let's
it.
do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right,
Deal.
moving on. I think this next one will be pretty easy, but I obviously have a little bit to say to it. But Duke Oral Roberts.
I'm going the size on Duke's team, the ability of our bigger guards. I said our because I love them that much. The guards, I think, will. Don't get me wrong. I respect Oral Roberts, but I think Duke has the ability to pull this out.
Trey.
Yeah, I'm also going Duke, and I think that it's going to be a good game. If Duke doesn't play to their ability, watch out though. If they come out slow, if they come out not sharp on defense, then I think they have a guard, Mac. I know we bring him up a lot. Max Absmus, who's already showed out once in the March Madness tournament. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
But he's already showed out once in the March Madness tournament, and I can guarantee he's like itching at the bit.
Hey,
is that the itching at the bit to do it again?
Hey, I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
Chomping at the bit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll be itching at that bit.
I got a bit that's kind of itchy. Sounds like a personal problem.
All right, I am also going Duke, but if Duke can't stop him and Oral Roberts puts up like 90 points, Duke doesn't stand a chance. So Duke's defense is definitely gonna have to show out because I think that Oral Roberts has more potential to score a gillion points than I do Duke. But if Duke's defense shows up and can hold Oral Roberts, Duke will win this pretty handily. So
who are you going with?
I'm going Duke, but
hey Tyler, I'll offer another one right here for you. All right, we got to look at it here in tomorrow, but I will take the under on Oral Roberts' team total.
What's the team total?
I don't know. I don't think they released it yet, but let's look at it. But I'm willing to take the under on Oral Roberts' team total tomorrow for a beverage.
You take the under.
Yep, and you take the over.
Well, it kind of depends on what the over under is. Like, I'm not just going to take it blindly.
I know. I said that's why we'll
look at it.
Look right now. Okay, here you go. Team props.
What?
Oh, he's checking.
Oh, you're gonna 100% take it.
Can I guess it?
Oh, actually, I'm a little nervous. I shouldn't have bet this before.
I'm gonna guess 68.5.
No.
Higher.
It's higher.
What is it?
All right, 71.5.
Ooh, close. 70.5.
Taking it.
Okay.
I will definitely take it. I'm actually going to take that bet as we speak right now. Is that
if Oral Roberts scores over 70 some points, I think they'll win. I do.
I agree.
12-5 matchup.
I know, and I think they can shoot the three, so they will. I don't feel comfortable tomorrow.
No, but, especially being a 12-5 matchup.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, is that DraftKings?
All right. Let's keep. Yeah, it's DraftKings.
All right. Tennessee, Louisiana.
I'm going with the Vols.
It's Vols, but that's fine.
I'm on Tennessee as well.
I'm also on Tennessee. All right. Kentucky, Providence.
I'm going Kentucky.
I'm going Big Blue.
Kentucky, yep. Across the board. Kansas State, Montana State.
Kansas State.
Yep, Kansas State for me.
Yep, I'm also there. Michigan State, USC.
I'm on Sparty.
I'm also on Sparty, Trey.
I am also on the Spartans.
Okay. All right. Wow. And then last one here, we got Marquette and Vermont.
Marquette.
Leagues. Yep.
All right.
There you go.
Yep. I'm on there too. All right. Well, that was pretty easy after the Duke discussion.
Yeah. We gotta keep moving. We got 2 more regions.
Moving into second round here, we got Purdue, the 1 seed, against FAU.
I got Purdue moving on.
Okay. Trey?
I hate to do it. I really do, because I'm gonna cheer for whoever plays Purdue in this matchup, but I do think Purdue comes out.
Okay.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, I'm on Purdue there. Next, we got Duke, Tennessee. Nice little 4-5 matchup.
I will take, considering Tennessee is lacking a true point guard, which is, I wanted to say it earlier, but I saved it for right now. Lacking a true point guard with Ziegler, that team's different. I think Duke, if they survive the first round, I think Duke can get one over Tennessee somehow.
Trent, I completely agree with everything you said. If they survive Oral Roberts, I think they're going to be okay with Tennessee.
Yep. I am also on board. And
Is it crazy, guys? I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking, but like, why? Because I don't get me wrong, Tennessee could easily beat Duke, and I'm not trying to downplay them. But why do I look at that matchup and I'm more nervous about Oral Roberts than Tennessee as a Duke fan? Isn't that crazy?
Because Rick Barnes is coaching, and Oral Roberts can shoot the crap out of the ball.
Yeah,
with like 6 guys.
Not a lot of Don't they run like a 6-man rotation now?
6 or
Oral
7,
Roberts?
like 7 is
So.
like late.
Yeah.
So Trent, I think the other reason you might be a little nervous is the fact that a loss to Tennessee is somewhat excusable. That's okay.
True. That's a good point.
But Oral Roberts losing to a 12, you're going to hear from people you don't want to hear from.
Who?
Very true. But yeah, go
Not
ahead.
just you, Tyler.
You act like I don't have a shirt or something.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Those baby blue fans could go ahead and say something about not being in any sort of postseason
Dude, I can't
play.
talk smack at all, which really sucks.
1985,
first
preseason, not in.
All right, moving on.
Sorry.
Kentucky.
Made history.
Kentucky, Kansas State.
I got. Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm gonna. This might be an opposite of you, but I'm gonna go Kentucky here. Actually,
it is not an opposite. I am on Kentucky as well.
All right, Tyler.
I was kind of feeling Kansas State a little bit more.
You gonna challenge?
No, not. I can roll with Kentucky.
Okay.
Kind of
Fair
more of a toss up for me, and I don't know. Shibwe, he's good.
Yeah.
So.
I agree, and he's proven he can win Player of the Year. He's unreal, and like you said, some players just come out in the bright lights and they perform. So I think he's one that can do that, and I think Kentucky does it.
More so.
Plus,
flashing lights.
Yeah, there you go. Plus Jamie Dixon, he just struggles in the March Madness tournament. So.
Oh, you remember that?
I'm sorry, Tyler. It had to be done.
Well, yeah, you want to talk? Okay, you can make a Jamie Dixon joke. You didn't even realize what I was talking about when I talked about him coaching at Pitt. Idiot.
Whatever.
So let's be real.
Idiot.
Oh, the purple got you. The purple got you.
It gets me. It does get me.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Sparty versus Marquette, right? Michigan State, Marquette.
Yeah,
I like Marquette.
Phew. You like Marquette?
I do.
Absolutely Marquette.
I do as well, although it's very tough because I don't know. I mean, Tom Izzo, but I just I'm going Marquette as well.
Good.
I like Michigan State, but I'm not going to challenge because I kind of get the feeling that while I feel Michigan State could make a run, I also feel this is one of those years where I give Tom Izzo or like those coaches that are always like there, I give them a ton of credit. I'm like, oh, they're going to make a run and it's going to be scary. Like, going to look out. Like, kind of like a West Virginia could do with Huggins. And I think they're going to let me down. So, therefore, yeah. I am okay going with Marquette.
Yeah. My faith in Izzo has bit me a couple times this basketball season.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, oh, it's Tom Izzo. Look, he's always in the tournament. They always make, runs. And I just, I think Sweet 16 is too far for him this year.
Okay.
All right, Purdue and Duke.
All right.
I'll jump in here.
Go ahead and jump in. You can jump right in.
I think Filipowski, who's the guy for Duke?
Yeah,
I think that his competitive nature. I think Edey is a great player. I think Filipowski's competitive nature, the way he competes, he's younger guy. I think he hands it to Edey, and I think Duke comes out on top here. I think that they can match up in the other positions. The only thing I'd be worried about is offensive rebounds, like just dominating on the glass. But like I said, I think Duke's big men can I think they'll play competitive, and I think they'll rise to the occasion. I think Duke does it here.
You think they'll cream the rise of the crop?
I think the cream's going to rise to the crop top.
Yes.
Darn right.
All right, John, I'll let you speak last here since you're a Duke guy.
Okay.
I am also, Trey, pretty much everything that you said, I am on board with. The Filipowski thing, I think he's going to be a little bit too much to stop.
Right.
Duke right now, and I've talked to some other people about this too, I think Duke reminds me of Carolina of last year, where, they were cold and people were looking and, hey. But I think they're going to get hot. I mean, they are hot, obviously. I believe it's a 9-10 game win streak right now.
Man,
and
I can't tell if this is sincere or if this is maleficence right here.
I am looking at this on the outside looking in. You guys can smile and challenge me all you want. I am looking at this as a basketball analyst.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
And I think that Duke reminds me of a Carolina of last year where they can make a scary run and people had overlooked them and they could go pretty deep in this tournament. So I'm going Duke over Purdue. So,
right.
Trent, unless you challenge us, this is Duke.
And
I don't see that happening.
The interesting thing here, guys, is I'm a diehard, and I will pour my heart into cheering for them for each one, and I hope exactly what you say happens. However, and you can call me out or whatever, but I also fill out my bracket without as much bias as I can. But I have Purdue moving on past Duke. This would be a rematch, and the first time around this year, it was ugly. However, I don't think this is the same Duke team. Those young guys, which I don't use as an excuse because it's what Duke has been doing. They've grown up a ton. I think Duke's guards are better. I'm not saying that Filipowski's not going to play well or better than he did the first time, but I think Zach Edey, Player of the Year, gets his team at least to the Elite Eight at this point. So
okay, so my question is then, are you going to challenge us?
Nope, not at all.
I can't wait to hear a challenge.
But it literally put you in a corner there where it's like, what do you do?
It's okay, but listen, that's where I'm honest, right?
Yeah,
like I don't get me wrong. Everything you guys say, I like what you guys are saying. And good point on the offensive rebounding. Duke was at one point the number one team in offensive rebounding in the country.
Yeah, that's a big statistic for wins.
You finally have 2 7-footers playing on the court at the same time. How do I want to say it? Like I want to say in unison. Right, like they figured it out. I think Coach Shire figured it out, cut down his rotation. But I don't want to keep dwelling in my Duke analysis. Let's keep going. Sorry.
All right, here we go. Kentucky Marquette.
I got Big Blue.
Whoa. No, I'm gonna run with Marquette here. Golden Eagles.
I'm with Marquette too, Trey.
Thank you, Tyler, because I was preparing a challenge here. I had one ready to go. If you went.
I'm on Marquette. Trent, you got a challenge for this?
No, I ain't gonna challenge. I'm gonna roll with it.
Right. You're only convincing Tyler to change his mind because I'm pretty adamant on.
Marquette. Yeah, I'm pretty adamant too that Marquette's gonna go pretty decent.
I kind of, you know what? I would love. Now, don't get me wrong. I'd rather see Duke in there, but in my personal bracket, I have a Purdue Kentucky matchup, and I really wanted to see Shibwe versus Edey. That's what I wanted to see.
That'd be a good matchup.
And it's Player of the Year last year versus Player of the Year probably this year. So that's all I was thinking. So
hey, real question though. All right, here we go. Out of the East, who's our Final Four team? Is it Duke or is Marquette?
I'm gonna go with Marquette. I really am. I think that the fast pace, the defense for Marquette will shut down Duke. It might overwhelm Duke's guards. I think Marquette's guards and their just tenacity is something that is unmatched by any other team in the country. Cam Jones, the guard for Marquette, is just unreal. He's a sophomore coming off a decent freshman season, but he really took a leap this year. Led by also another guard, Tyler Kolek, who's just a great veteran that really leads the team and gets the ball to the facilitator. So I do think Marquette actually beats Duke here.
All right, 3 words. Big East basketball. All right. Versus ACC. This is Duke. There's no question. They destroy Marquette.
Interesting, because I would consider, I said this earlier, I would have replaced the Big East Conference this year with the Pac-12 as a Power 5 conference. I truly would have.
And that's fine, but they're not the ACC.
Okay, that doesn't. I mean, I'm going looking at teams, rosters, schedule, everything. Sure. I don't think that there's that much of a difference between the ACC and the Big East for that to be the deciding factor. That's in my opinion.
That's fine.
But
you're entitled to your opinion.
So let's hear it, Trent.
I'm going to go. One thing that I would look in this matchup is common opponent. A major common opponent. Now, I know they both played Purdue, both lost to Purdue. However, I will look at the Xavier matchup. Xavier knocked off Marquette. I'm looking at Xavier knocked off Marquette, and then Marquette knocked off Xavier by 1 point at home. The early Duke team, the inexperienced Duke team, beat an Xavier this year. So I'm going common opponent. I'm going Duke.
Challenge, Trey?
I am challenging.
You can challenge. I'm just going to tell you I'm not changing my mind.
Okay. Well, I just think that, Trent, your example is Xavier. The Xavier example, yes, that's interesting, having a common opponent and that one team lost, one team won. But Xavier is not a team to use as a measuring stick. Talk about inconsistency. Talk about I don't. 1 week they look like a Final Four team. The next week they look like a bubble team.
They're a three seed. They're a three seed.
Okay, I'll reiterate. The Marquette Golden Eagles with their roster: Tyler Kolek, the veteran guard, just a facilitator, averaging 13 points, 7 assists, 2 steals, shooting 81% from the free throw line, 40% from 3. Mm-hmm. Marquette's turnover to assist ratio, they reversed from last year. Last year they had 2 turnovers per 1 assist they had under Shaka Smart. This year they have 2 assists per 1 turnover they have. They average 10 steals a game as a team. They're one of the fastest paced teams in the league that constantly applies pressure. I think if they overwhelm teams, they create turnovers, they play on fast breaks. The only thing that would worry me is rebounding. But the way Marquette plays, that's not going to be a factor in the game against Duke.
It's a valid argument. I mean, you make good points. I think experience. When's Marquette been there? When's Duke been there? I don't know.
Duke's a young team. Not many of them have been there.
Right, but Shire's been an assistant coach there for a while, so he kind of knows what postseason is, and he also played in the postseason a lot. So
first year as an actual coach in the tournament.
So it was Hubert Davis's first experience last year too, and he made the national championship.
Hey, now he's not playing anywhere.
Well, it's neither here nor there. All right, did you change your mind?
No, I listen. Trey. I get it. Marquette should, based on what they're. I mean, they have some good out of conference wins too. They knocked off Baylor. Looking at it, but no, I'm not changing my mind. I'm going to stick with Duke.
All right. So right now on the one side of the bracket we have Bama and Duke. All right.
Got it.
Here we go. Moving over to the Midwest. All right. Our first matchup here is Houston and Northern Kentucky.
We'll go with Houston, right?
Houston?
Yeah.
I will say this. I'm just going to put this out there. That if a team is going to go down to a 16, this is my game.
Wow.
Ding, 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 ding. Yep. I completely agree, Tyler.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Hey, guys, can we backtrack a second? Or can we at least get back to this? We didn't talk biggest surprise, so let's get another big surprise.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so is that your potential big surprise there, or what? What do you got?
It's a potential big surprise in this bracket. I mean, big surprise in the other one for me for the East, I think, was Michigan State.
Okay.
And I know even though they're 7 against 10, I don't know. I just feel like they're kind of like an overrated 7, I guess.
Yeah.
So my surprise would have been Michigan State in the East.
Okay.
I'll tell you my biggest surprise you're talking about the East or the Midwest? Which we start with?
We forgot to do one of the East.
He went East.
Okay, I'll start with the East. My biggest surprise, man. That's a tough one, to be honest with you. Really, I think it's Duke, a 5 seed, not a top 4 seed, getting that far to the Elite 8.
Yeah, that's.
I think Duke has a tough road there.
I agree. That's why I said the East was the toughest.
I really do. I think Oral Roberts, their first round matchup's tough. Tennessee's not an easy out. Then you have the number 1 seed if you win that game, followed by what we say Kentucky or Marquette. I don't think they get past Marquette. I think they get to the Elite 8, but I think Duke getting to the Elite 8 with their tough schedule is my surprise.
Okay. I'm going to say, ready, I'm going to keep it quick, but I'm going to touch on a potential alternative surprise. Kentucky getting to the Elite Eight for me personally. Okay.
Sure.
But I would say don't sleep on the Raging Cajuns pulling off that first rounder.
Good call, Trent. I like it.
Okay.
I like Louisiana, dude.
Especially they're tough, and they're
especially
an old
against a
team.
weird
they
Tennessee
got
team. Tennessee's always streaky, man. I like
that.
Rick
Barnes doesn't look to win
13-4
national champions.
too, right? The new 12-5, as I coined last week.
There it is. All right.
Right. I made that.
Here we go.
What about surprises in the Midwest? Did we go over those?
Yeah. Let's start with that because I think Trey, if you and I are both saying that Houston thing, not necessarily I'm picking Houston, but I think it's a surprise. Northern Kentucky over Houston.
That for me isn't my surprise.
That's my surprise. So peekaboo.
My surprise is I have 3 double-digit seeds coming out of the Midwest.
Ooh.
And none of them are the 10 or the 11 seed.
Wow. Okay. That is a surprise.
That's my big surprise.
So you might this might take us a little while, so we might want to move here.
I will say I'm just gonna say I have an 11 seed. Wow, I just gave that away.
So Pittsburgh.
I have sorry.
Surprise, just tell us what it is.
Pitt. I know. I have Pitt in the Sweet 16.
Okay. I like that. Which, by the way, they are a top 5 against the spread cover team this year. Just so you guys are aware, Pitt.
Okay. Let me read my surprise. Let me be a little more specific with my surprise. I have Kennesaw State in the Sweet 16.
Whoa. Sweet 16?
You heard it here.
Woo.
You heard it here.
Damn, I was hoping you guys were sleeping on them. They were my sleeper. I don't have them winning. But I'm just saying they're sneaky. They're sneaky. All right, let's go. So we're all in Houston.
All right, yep. Houston
over
next
Northern
one we got
Kentucky.
Iowa Auburn. You got a barn burner here.
I'm going with the family affair. I'm rocking Iowa.
Trent?
I'm going to go Auburn because Iowa's not playing at home.
I am going Iowa because Auburn has screwed me over so much this year in betting that I've exiled them. I actually
blacklisted them, huh?
I old school ostracized them. I wrote their name on a stone. I put it in a pot, and I said that they have to actually leave basketball.
Wow.
So done. Ostracized.
That did not involve ostriches at all. I don't get that. I'm just kidding.
They have big eyes.
I will say, Tyler, I hated betting on Auburn, but
yeah,
I liked them here. I'm not going to challenge, by the way.
All right. Miami Drake.
I'll start. I'm going Drake here.
Whoo. Trent, where are you going?
German class, 8th grade. Rock me like a hurricane. Scorpion. Go Miami.
No way, guys.
Hey.
If you recall, Mr. Story.
I do.
Always played Scorpion and Rock Me Like a Hurricane. Miami.
Give a quick shout out to my alum with Coach Schmidt at Duquesne football. That was his all-time favorite song. And Kevin Rombach, all right, if he's listening at all, played it. I'll never forget it in our team meeting, man. It was so late at night. And Coach Schmidt actually entered to it in a team meeting during our football 2 days. Really awkward, but really hilarious. All right, so yeah, I'm also on Miami on this. I do think Drake is sneaky good this year, but I also think Miami's going to at least show up for maybe a game or two, maybe 2.
Wow, I really think I have
to. Trey, you digging in the textbook right now, or what? I'm hearing pages turning like crazy right now.
I am because I'm building my case for my challenge right here.
He's either doing that or eating raw lasagna noodles.
Jeez,
not really sure.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I felt like I was by a fish tank or something, man. Oh.
So I'm gonna use my challenge here because I truly think that of all of the 12-5 matchups that people love to bet on, the upsets and everything, this one is almost a guarantee. Not a guarantee, but I've never been more confident in a 12 beating a 5 than Drake over Miami.
More so than Charleston? Like, I mean...
Yeah,
he didn't
absolutely.
pick Charleston.
I didn't pick Charleston. I think San Diego State wins that game handily. But I think Tucker DeVries averaging 19 points, 6 assists. He's shooting 40% from three. He's a automatic from free throw line. They have Roman Penn, Garrett Sturtz, and DJ Wilkins all returning. 4 of their starting 5 from last year.
What are those other guys? What are those other guys averaging?
13 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. They shoot 37 from 3. Garrett Sturtz is averaging 10, 6, and 2. DJ Wilkins, another senior guard, 8, 2, and 2. They have a forward and Darnell Brody averaging 9, 7, and 2. I can just keep going and going.
I'm not convinced.
As a team, they shoot almost 40% from three-point line. Shooting free throws are almost 80%. I just can't find a team that's more primed to make an upset than Drake. In fact, I have Drake going to my Elite Eight, and I'm very confident in that. So
I'll say this: if it wasn't Miami, I mean, you make valid points. I think Miami's actually underrated here. So
wow,
I just can't take Drake over them.
You think Miami is underrated?
Yeah, at a 5, yes. And this kind of goes back to my ACC analysis earlier.
Yeah, I like Miami more than Virginia, and I think how the heck did Virginia get a 4, whereas you got Miami with a 5 and Duke with a 5. So I'm telling you right now, Miami is way too athletic. Guard play. Okay. The biggest guy is Miller, the lefty.
And they have the ACC Player of the Year now, man, Wong.
So you have Miami's last 3 games, okay? Before they lost to Duke in the ACC tournament, you have they lost to Florida State 85 to 84.
It was a tough team.
What a loss. Florida State?
I'm just kidding. No. Relax.
They beat Pitt by 2 points. Pitt, who's now an 11 seed, who struggled to get past Mississippi State.
But they did.
They beat Wake Forest, another mid-tier ACC team, by 2 points. And then they got smacked by Duke. I think Colton Wong is a great player, don't get me wrong. But looking at the veteran guards and the veteran players that Drake has, followed by their sophomore and coach's son, Tucker DeVries, I just think there's no way Drake loses.
Listen, it's tough to compare a league game versus a non-league game. And I know I pulled it out earlier with Xavier, but I did that because it was a common opponent. But when you play a team that's in your league, in your conference, etc., it's totally different. So, yeah, playing a Wake Forest tough, yeah, that's going to happen. If you're on the road or whether you're at home, it's that team prepares for you almost 2 times a year, potentially even 3 in a conference tournament. You're used to each other. So I just think it's different. But I'm going to say no to your challenge.
Miami
going on with the Hurricanes.
Yep. Wow. Surprised you used this early with 4 teams that you said were double digits.
Yeah, well waste.
Because Drake I have going to the Elite Eight. I truly think they do it.
All right, that's fine. Man. Real quick side note here: if anybody's watching the NIT Utah Valley New Mexico game, in about 10 minutes, dude set a freaking monster screen and actually knocked a guy out of the game. Like completely legal screen. He just boom. So. Go back and watch that 10 minutes in the second half there, Utah Valley.
I love it.
Because, I'm kind of like getting out of here. I'm like looking. I'm like, whoa, that was monster. So,
yeah. Underdogs up 18 right now. I mean, look at today. I mean, we were all on dogs, I believe, and I think they all won outright. Correct.
Talk about the daily recipe, man, which we can get into, but daily recipe is looking pretty tasty right now. We got 7 minutes left still, though.
All right,
here we go. Moving on, we got Indiana, Kent State.
Let's go.
Kent State. I'm going the Golden Flashes.
Yes, thank you. Just got the shirt in the mail. It's my first ever shirt. I joined the crowd with you guys.
There you go.
Not my first. Oh no, not my first ever shirt.
Usually Trent has enough chest hair, so it just looks like a sweater as it is. So this is his actual first shirt.
That is good news for everybody that it's not my first shirt. But I'm on Kent State. I've been on them all year. Let's go.
All right,
I hate Indiana.
I'm joining. I'll join you.
Sorry, I hate them in the sense of they're too hard to figure out. So you lose first round. Here we go. Get out of there.
All right, Penn State 13-4. Here we go. Iowa State versus Pitt.
Here we go. Jeff Capel, let's do it, buddy. Keep it rolling. Living by the three for many, many rounds. Here we go.
She move her body like a cyclone.
Ooh.
Oh,
Goodness.
man. That was good, though, Trey. That was good.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. Whew, man. Yeah, I'm on Iowa State.
Yes, thank you, Tyler.
I just Brock Purdy magic.
Oh, goodness God.
Yeah, it just made you. I might have just actually convinced Trey to switch.
I know. Oh man, that makes me want to switch.
Yep, that's all right.
Trey, should I challenge this? Or?
Yeah, you can win here.
So Tyler,
All right.
Tyler said Brock Purdy. No,
I'm
just
convinced. No.
That's all I had to say was 49ers.
All right, Xavier, Kennesaw State.
I think you guys know where I stand on this one.
Yeah, that's
going with Kennesaw State here.
That is big. Now I know why you didn't like my little Xavier line for common opponents.
I just don't think
I
they're
get
good.
it.
I really don't.
Okay. I think they're good enough to win one. So I got Xavier.
Sean Miller, their coach, and
I'm not too sure.
What happened to him when he was a 1 seed?
Sweaty. Very sweaty.
super sweaty. Yeah, I'm gonna go Xavier because I'm a little salty against Kennesaw State, but I'm going Xavier.
God,
Okay.
man, it's killing me not having multiple challenges in this region.
That was your fault to challenge Drake that hard.
I thought Drake was the most worthy.
But you're challenging two people that are very adamant, people of the ACC.
Okay.
It was just whatever.
That's bias or not, but all right. Here we go. This is a big one here. A&M, Texas A&M, and Penn State.
Ugh.
I think A&M's Cinderella story was in their Big Ten tournament, so I'm going A&M here.
Wait, what? You said You mean Penn State's Cinderella story is in the Big Ten tournament?
Yeah, that's what I said. So
Yeah,
I
you
think
said A&M.
I think. Oh, did I say that?
No, I
Sorry,
got you.
I meant Penn State. My bad. Yeah, I think Penn State's magic has run out. I think living and dying by 3 is a tough gig. When it works really well. But when it doesn't work, you lose. So,
well,
dude, that's a great.
and
That's
hey-
like Yogi Berra.
yeah,
You
that was
just gave a
hey,
Yogi Berra quote.
put me up there with Texas A&M taking this
All right.
one.
Yeah, and so pretty much when the sun is up, it's day, and when the sun is not, it's night. So I would love to say night to that Lion Buzz Williams guy, but he's going on to the next round.
Buzz and his crunchy shrimp.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going A&M here.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, exactly.
Allegedly. Sorry. Yeah.
It wasn't him there with his family in Hershey Park at the
I
most
can't
popular
wait.
Applebee's in America, but that's fine.
I can't wait till we get the follow from Buzz.
Oh man.
Dude, maybe he'll tweet us and be like, "Hey guys, listen, stop blowing my cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I ate shrimp. I was at Hershey Park. Whatever. See ya."
I just saw this really creepy. I saw this really creepy guy asking if it was my name.
He was drinking the water cooler dollar margaritas.
All right, they're all right. It gave me heartburn, but it's fine. All right.
All right, let's go.
Last matchup here in the first round, we got Texas Colgate. Everybody on Texas?
Texas.
All right, Texas. All
I
right,
think this is where Texas gets a little challenge, though.
Yeah. Oh, I
I
know.
think Texas gets a little challenge. They scare me half to death, but I think they move on.
Yep. All right. Next, we have moving into the Sweet 16. All right. Well, second round to go into the Sweet 16. In the Midwest, we have Houston and Iowa.
I wasn't a fan of Iowa moving on against Auburn, so I'm going to take Houston here. I really am.
Trent?
I'm on Houston as well.
Me too.
Little Arms. What's his name? He's got the coach. the coach of Houston has the tiniest, skinniest arms I've ever seen in my life.
Samson.
Ralph
Oh
Sampson.
my goodness!
He was a guy,
little
old
tiny
guy
arms.
at Kentucky there for a while.
He looks like he could be in Narcos.
Whoa. Okay.
Hey, look.
All right.
Next we have Miami, Kent State.
Going up quick.
All right, Miami, Kent State here. I'm on Miami.
I'm not on Miami. I'm on Kent State.
I apologize, Trey, but the Hurricanes are going through Sweet 16 bound. Jim Larinaga.
All right,
he's got a better team than last year.
Moving to the next matchup, we got Iowa State, the Cyclones against Xavier.
I'm also going Cyclones here.
Ugh. I'll have to go Cyclones, although, I didn't have them there, but I'll go Cyclones.
Yep, Brock Purdy Magic, Iowa State. Let's go.
So unpredictable.
I'm gonna keep using that so Trey hates them.
I do hate that.
Last one here. All right, here we go. We got Buzz Williams, Mr. Applebee's himself, versus Texas.
I'm going Texas.
I'm gonna echo Trent. I'm going Texas as well. I think this is their toughest challenge in their road, but I am ultimately going Longhorns.
Okay, I am gonna challenge this. All right.
Wow.
Just pick A&M. Just kidding. I'm not gonna challenge it. I know you guys both think. I know I don't stand a chance because you guys both said that Texas was your number 2 seed. So I am on Texas A&M though. From a personal standpoint, I actually have personally A&M going all the way out to Elite 8, and I'm still kind of going back and forth between do they lose to Miami or beat Miami. So just to give you a little hint at what's coming, but that's fine. We'll go Texas here. All right, Sweet 16. Going into the Elite 8, we have the Midwest region, and we have a Houston and Miami matchup.
Ty, why don't you just continue here since
I'm on Miami here.
Yep.
I think they're too
Houston,
much.
we have a problem, and it's hurricane season.
Wow,
Let's go.
That was good. That was two.
That was good. That worked out really well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go Miami, too. I'll make this a team ride.
Team ride.
There we go. Let's go, Larinaga. I like him. I like the guy. What a coach.
And we got Iowa State and Texas.
I am going Longhorns here.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'll ride with that. Like I said, I had A&M, so I'll ride with you guys on that. I think they can. All right, here we go. Miami, Texas to make to the Final Four.
I'm going to go with my top 2 seed that I picked. I'm going around again with the Longhorns here.
Okay.
I am as well with Texas in the Final Four.
All right. I was on Miami for this. Do I have any chance of convincing you guys?
Nope. Didn't you try to?
That's not the question. You got to give us a
convincing argument.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I had Miami and A&M, which I thought was kind of cool with the 5-7 seed, but I just think Texas is way overrated, and I know that's kind of tough because you guys both believe that they are the strongest 2 seed. So I mean,
well, they won the Big 12.
I
don't think an overrated team can win that conference.
I don't know.
And they knocked off Kansas twice convincingly, like not even a close game.
Yeah.
And Kansas has the most quad 1 wins in the entire nation. So
that's fine. We can go Texas.
Yep. This is not your Texas Rick Barnes era. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, this also isn't your beard era either.
I was going to say.
So,
well, I'm
careful,
sorry,
guys.
but yeah, that's
innocent,
not always a bad thing.
Well, he was
he's
also
not
innocent.
innocent. They just dropped the charges. So
Wait, no. Wait till Ole Miss starts to come around, start smacking people around.
Oh, no, I'm not saying he's not a good coach.
All right.
Wow. I'm not saying he's not a bad coach or not a good coach, but questionable decision making. Very bad. Very bad. I don't like that. But all right, let's keep going. Let's go West Region. Let's do it. So Texas came out of the Midwest.
Yep.
All
so
right.
yeah, and we got Kansas Howard.
I think we can skip through this one. That's Kansas all the way, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I wouldn't use the words all the way with Kansas. Like,
well, I meant like consensus.
Disgusting. I hate them.
Yeah.
Arkansas, Illinois.
I'm gonna go.
I'm on the Razorbacks.
Bingo. I'm with you, Trent.
You guys are.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Absolutely.
Dude, that's where I am too. All right, good.
Yeah, that was my.
Me too. That's why I picked him.
What do you like, Trey?
Musselman, the
coach.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Trey's a big fan of Musselman.
Arkansas.
I see where you're going.
He loves him on the beach.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. Nothing wrong with that. All right, let's keep going.
It's not a real thing. You're right. Like it's a real thing.
All right, St. Mary's VCU.
All right, I got the upset here. Here's my 12-5 right there for you. I got VCU.
Okay, Trey.
I don't. I think VCU is too solid of a squad. I think they had a pretty big eye-opening experience against Gonzaga in that championship. I think they regroup, and I think they come out and they beat VCU. So I'm going St. Mary's.
Oh.
I am on VCU, and I think that was not eye-opening. I think it was exposure to who they are, and I think that St. Mary's got crushed, just crushed. So I am going VCU.
Yeah, I think VCU's guards are so aggressive and so good at shutting down other teams' guards that they're going to make that freshman guard say, wow, I need these next 3 years. So, yeah, I'm on VCU.
Pretty straightforward, direct quote.
Yeah.
Wow, I need these next 3 years.
Yes, I was. Yes.
That was good. You forgot to put quotes around them, though. Air quotes.
Sorry.
All right, TCU and...
No,
we've learned now, Arizona State.
Skipped one time.
You skipped UConn Iona is next.
14-13. 4-13.
Sorry, UConn and Iona. Ooh.
Well,
I'm surprised Iona's ranked at 13 here, not a 6.
I'm going to go to a team that I can somewhat relate to because I'm pretty Husky. So let's go UConn.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting there right with you, Trent, so I'm also on the Huskies.
All right, UConn across the board then. I will say this, though. I think we'll get into that, but I don't think they go that far. Okay, next we have our 6-11 matchup. We got TCU and Arizona State.
I'm going Horn Frogs. Yeah, Horn Frogs. Sorry, TCU.
All right. Trey?
I'm going opposite. I'm going Arizona State. I think that they put on a clinic tonight, and they look like a very big threat.
Yeah.
I don't trust Jamie Dixon, as we've discussed multiple times.
Which Jamie Dixon? Pitt, Kansas State, or TCU?
Not the Kansas State Jamie Dixon. I'm going to go TCU Jamie Dixon.
Oh, okay, all
right. Are you sure, Trey? I thought, coming from a Nevada guy tonight, that interests me. But go ahead.
I mean, and you know what? I can't go against what my eyes saw tonight. Seeing is believing, and Arizona State looked very, very good. So.
All right.
I'm actually going to switch my pick here. I'm also going Arizona State. I agree with Trey that they look pretty convincing at an 11 seed. and I don't trust Jamie Dixon. I think Bobby Hurley's got the boys playing well right now at the Sun Devils.
Bobby Hurley, baby.
Yep.
Yeah. You prevented me from using my challenge.
Exactly. And I did that on purpose.
I
I did
know.
it on purpose. It's literally why I used his name, because I knew that Trent wanted to, like, I knew if I used Bobby Hurley, he wouldn't be able to.
Well, so you are banking on a Jamie Dixon first round exit. That's, man, I'll tell you what Pitt fans will say, told you so if that happens again.
So,
Yeah, absolutely.
If it's not that round, it's the next round. I mean, let's be honest.
And Trent, wouldn't you lean towards a Jamie Dixon early exit? Like, what else? What is all? He hasn't done anything else.
I just that TCU team is dangerous if they're hot shooting the ball, man. I know that's every team, but they have the ability to drop some serious offense on some teams. So
yeah,
that's all right. Let's keep rolling.
All right, here we go. Gonzaga Grand Canyon.
Well, I'm pretty sure the antelopes of Grand Canyon still can't find their luggage and equipment. I don't know if you guys read that story.
No, really.
Got shipped to the wrong area, but
that's horrible.
No, I'm going Gonzaga.
I'm on the Zags too. Trey?
Yep, go Zags.
All right. Northwestern Boise State. This is an interesting one. 10-7 is tough sometimes.
I am going with one of the most interesting names and players of the tournament. Boo Buie. Northwestern wins this one.
I'm on that, Trent.
I'm with you. That's a team sweep there on Northwestern.
Right, yeah, cool. And then
watch them. Took them for positive points. Took them as underdogs early in the week here. So
I guess we can actually, because I think we forgot to do surprises for this one too.
We did. Well, let's pick the next one.
All right. Well, this kind of leads into my surprise.
Okay. What?
I'm gonna take.
Of course. Okay. I see.
I'm gonna take UCLA, but my surprise is Drew Pember leads his team to a Final Four.
But it doesn't happen.
Okay.
So that's just going to see like your prediction surprise, or do you have that in your personal bracket?
I don't actually have that in my personal bracket, but I would love to see that. So that's my surprise to keep an eye on.
Okay. All right, my surprise. Okay, go ahead, Trey. Sorry.
I'm also taking UCLA. We can all agree on that.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, so the first round games are done, but go ahead, Trent. You can go with your surprise, and then I'll go with my surprise.
Man, I guess I will say is Boo Buie's playing in the second weekend of the tournament.
Okay.
That is my surprise too.
Wow.
All right.
My surprise is that UCLA is the first eliminated 2 seed in the second round by Northwestern.
Okay.
There you go.
How about that?
So we can probably. So what? You guys want me to put that on the board a while then?
Yeah, put it on the board.
Unless
you want to challenge it.
No, I'm not challenging that. I like Northwestern.
That's right.
Northwestern.
Because you got
Downs UCLA. So hey, I mean, don't be surprised if
Chris Collins. Look at that coaching tree.
The Bulldogs. If the Bulldogs come out of there though, make a little rough noise.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Ooh.
That's right.
There he is.
And by the way, I'm just going to give a quick shout out. This is a very important announcement here on our podcast. Bearded Baker Brothers are undefeated 2 days in a row, baby. 3-0. Utah Valley knocked down New Mexico.
Plus 6-0 run, right?
Plus 5.5. Yep, we're in a 6-0 run here.
Yep.
This is how you start March, boys.
Let's just keep the nose of the grindstone, boys.
Sir.
All right,
dude, I love it.
Let's go.
That's right.
I do too.
That's right.
All right, let's go. Kansas, Arkansas up top, correct?
Yeah, here we go. Kansas, Arkansas.
I'm gonna go Kansas.
I am too, but I think that is going to be a very challenging game for Kansas. I really, really do, because Kansas does not have the post post presence that they normally do, and I think Arkansas's guards are tough and athletic.
Yep. I'm also going Kansas there, so Kansas across the board.
Kansas.
VCU, UConn.
I got UConn. I got the Huskies moving on as tough as they are in terms of predicting their outcomes. Goodness.
I'm on UConn as well.
Yep, you can make that a team sweep. I'm also on the Huskies.
Impressive, Trent. Next one we have is Arizona State and Gonzaga.
Oh, I'm going. I'm going Gonzaga. I just think they're under the radar. I'm just saying, it doesn't happen the past couple of years.
Yeah, I'm also on Gonzaga for this.
Yep, you can also make that a team sweep again because I'm also on the Zags.
All right, and then we already talked about Northwestern over UCLA. Big surprise.
Yeah, that's it. I'm surprised you guys were. I mean, at least Trent. I don't know how you felt, Tyler, about the whole thing, but I was surprised you guys were on board because I was
I'm a Northwestern fan this year. I actually think, and again, going back to my Pac-12 overrated, I think UCLA's overrated. I think the fact that they jumped them, and at one point before they actually lost there, we're trying to make them a 1 seed. I think was just crap. Like I think it was awful. Like.
If they win the Pac-12, I think they're a 1 seed.
And they would have been. They would have been. And that's the only reason Purdue went back into be a 1. So I just All right, here we go. To move into your Elite Eights.
Let's do it.
From the West region, we got Kansas, UConn.
All right, I'm gonna ride strong here. I've said this multiple times. I like the Big East. I'm going UConn.
I'm on UConn as well.
All right.
We're all serious?
I mean, I'm serious.
Wow. Okay, did not see that one coming. I was on Kansas.
I think Kansas is lucky to make it out of the second round.
Okay. All right. UConn.
No challenge, Tyler, huh?
Nope.
He sounds like flabbergasted right now.
I mean, surprising. Yeah.
Well, I think that is kind of shocking, I would say, because I think going into it, no matter what happened in the Big 12 tournament, I think a lot of people thought Kansas would still be at least if not the top 1 seed, they'd be the second. Like they would have been in the Midwest region, but they didn't get that. So I think the fact that they got beat that bad in the championship game by Texas again, I think that really caught up to them.
I think it surprises me just in the sense of I don't know. I think both of them are overrated. So I think you take the less overrated team. I think it was Kansas, and that's kind of where I was at.
I really think UConn has all the pieces to win the whole thing. To be honest with you, the national championship. I just think that they don't utilize all their pieces every week. So I think if UConn can play to their abilities, I think they're one of the best teams in the tournament, and they could really, really make a run. If they play well at the right time, I think they can make a run. I think Kansas relies on, to me, 2 or 3 guys, especially their head, Jalen, the
Wilson.
Yeah, Jalen Wilson. Yeah.
Okay.
I think sometimes they just rely on him too much, and if he doesn't have a good game, I think UConn has good forward play, good guard play. I think, like I said, a bench that they have shooters. I think they have all of the pieces to win a national title. It's just whether or not they use them. So
that's fair enough.
Kansas does?
No, UConn.
Oh, okay. Okay, just making sure.
All right, and then last one here we got. We got the Zags versus Northwestern.
I'm going Zags here.
I am too. I'm on the Gonzaga.
Okay. I will also ride Gonzaga with that. And then moving into the Final Four. Zags and UConn.
I'm going to go Zags. I think Drew Timme shows out. It's his last year. This is his this is really the end of his athletic career, in my opinion.
Ooh, wow! Bold statement. Bold statement.
Well, I mean,
I don't disagree with that.
Do you see him getting drafted into the NBA?
No, I don't disagree with that.
But he's gonna play professionally, guys. He's gonna play somewhere professionally.
Okay, all right. Let me rephrase it. This is Drew Timmy's last. This is Drew Timmy's last year in athletic relevancy.
I don't know. I could see him in WWE someday, guys. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. But I'm going. I think even besides Drew Timmy, I think Gonzaga's got very just solid players. I think that's what they recruit is like well-rounded, smart basketball players that are just like solid. So I think that their consistency, their leadership behind Timmy and him as a player, I think they can take it to UConn. I know I just said UConn has the pieces, but
yeah.
I'm still going Zags.
Okay. All right, and then our final four here.
Here we go.
We're going to move into. Our final four looks like Alabama out of the South. We got Duke out of the East. We got Texas out of the Midwest. And we got Gonzaga out of the West. All right, so we're going to start out of the South and the East Conference side. And we're going to go Alabama and Duke. Where are we standing here, guys?
For me personally, I think Brandon Miller in Alabama. I think that whole roster, that whole team. I just think they're too strong. I think that they are solid all around. They're fast paced. They can score anyway. So I'm going to go with the Crimson Tide in Alabama.
All right. I'm going to go defense wins championships. One of the top defenses, top rebounding teams in the country. I'm going Duke.
I'm also going Alabama. So,
okay.
I just think Alabama's a little too tough this year. And I think that while at sometimes Bama slips up, I think that they're going to put it together enough for a couple games in a row where they can actually win it. So, argument, Trent?
Nope.
All right.
Moving on.
Bama in the championship. Next on the Midwest and West side, we have Texas versus Gonzaga. I'll let you guys roll because I'll tell you what, I did not have this matchup, so I'll let you guys go first.
Yeah, I think this is a tough one. I really do. Looking at the rosters and strength of teams in general, I think they're pretty evenly matched. So what I'm going to do, I know I said this isn't a great end-all, be-all indicator for when it comes to determining matchups, but I think Texas playing and winning in the Big 12, I think that is where this comes to play. So I'm going to go with Texas over Gonzaga here.
I am also going with the idea that they've been more battle-tested more frequently, so I'm going Texas as well.
Wow. Okay. I was going Gonzaga. I don't have enough, I think, of an argument to convince you guys to go otherwise. So we'll just roll with it. I think Texas is out against A&M, but that's just my opinion.
It's okay.
All right. Championship. We got Bama. And we got Texas.
Wow. For me, I don't know. This would be a great national championship. I really think it would be. I think it'd be entertaining. I think it would be high scoring. I think that you'd see some big name players put up some great games. But I'm going with who I took in my personal bracket. And I actually had this championship in my own personal bracket, so I'm pretty pleased with our Peter Baker bracket.
It's ridiculous.
But
you cheated.
Oh, cheated! Get out of here.
I at least had one side. I had Bama Duke, so.
Wow, that's interesting. Because I had the other side. I had Texas Gonzaga.
So you got okay.
Yeah.
But like I said, this was the championship I had, and I'm going to go with the winner I picked too. I'm going Texas.
What? That blows my mind because my winner as well is I'm going with the Longhorns.
How about that, man?
I picked them as well. What the heck? Wow.
Tyler looks
okay.
very distraught. Tyler looks very.
He had Bama.
I did have Alabama.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We knew that earlier from his comments. And I actually made sure I picked Texas to match my bracket just so Tyler had to challenge it. But I truly think that, granted, normally I would say Nate Oates' head coaching experience. I'm not trying to help your challenge out, Ty, but I just think Texas has the better. Wow. I just think they have the better team, better depth, man.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm so far away from Texas.
Well, yeah, we're in Pennsylvania.
I have A&M beating Texas.
Wow. Okay, you're way back.
I have Texas out a long time ago, so it's very hard for me.
This is a tough pill to swallow for you, then, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'll convince you, but I think Alabama has been the team all year. I think the fact that it took them that long to actually get the 1 seed was a little bit ridiculous.
You mean number 1 overall seed? They were always going to be a 1 seed.
Yeah, I meant 1 overall. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I know that people say the Big 12 is the Big 12 this year, and I'm not disagreeing. I think a lot of teams are very competitive. But I don't know. I mean, I do believe that Alabama has the year. You could make the argument, are they going to get the tight calls based on the controversy around certain players? Maybe not. We talked about it a little bit last week. Are referees going to make certain calls on certain players because of certain things happening going on? Probably not. And that could actually play a pretty big X factor. Are they going to let somebody with that much controversy around him, in the team, win the national championship? And that's honestly the only reason I would say, okay, I can rock with Texas as a champion, is because of that, which kind of sounds kind of crappy.
Well, here's what I'll say, Tyler, is I can somewhat agree with you. Alabama has a lot of controversy surrounding it's an elephant in the room. Everyone knows what happened. Everyone knows the situation. So they have a lot of controversy surrounding their program, whether how they handled the whole situation, whether or not certain players should be playing or not. And I don't think that I don't agree with that referees making certain calls because of that situation. But what I do think is a real factor is if Alabama does get to the national championship, the media, the journalists, the press conferences, they're going to eat that situation up. They're going to hound on it. It's going to be a storyline for the 2 weeks or the week leading up to the national championship. And is that going to come into factor with Alabama?
Yeah.
Can Brandon Miller, can that team handle the pressure of all that media and all that negative attention when they are in the national championship? I don't necessarily think refs are going to be making calls or not making calls certain ways because of that.
Could be.
But I think just with 18-year-olds and younger, or 18 to 20-year-old kids handling the pressure of all the controversy surrounding your basketball program, that's what I wonder that's what I think comes into play. I don't think that is the reason why I'm picking Texas. I think just from top to bottom, I think Texas has a better team and that they match up well against Alabama. But yeah, that is a factor. Is can the team handle the press and the everything surrounding that whole situation?
Yeah. All right. So you guys are still in Texas?
You have not convinced me, Tyler. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Greatest sporting event in the world. Better than, and you know what? Call me crazy. Better than the Super Bowl. Through and through. Hold on. I'm saying the entirety of the event is better than the Super Bowl. This is honestly, I get sad as it gets further into the tournament because there's nothing like Thursday and Friday.
I get sad after the first weekend.
There's nothing better than Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That first weekend is. I will never work. Here we go. I will never work another one of those days in the rest of my life. March Madness first weekend.
Wow. Bold.
Wow, that's a bold statement. You got a pretty rough position to say that. I mean,
nope.
All right,
nope.
That's fair. All right, so
dude, just think
Texas.
I won't
So
say
Texas
that,
is the Bearded Baker national champion, huh?
They are.
Man,
let's go.
Hey, horns up.
I just,
it would have been
again.
super fitting.
I'll tell you
guys.
who's gonna love this. Is fast breaks.
Fast breaks.
Yeah, fast breaks.
That's
All
right.
Longhorns, man.
Do you not see, like, if the whole situation didn't occur, wouldn't it have been crazy if Chris Beard was still their coach?
Yeah. They got two controversial teams. Yeah, that would have been wild. I mean, like I said, I'm struggling with the fact that I have A&M beating Texas, so that's where I'm struggling.
You win some, you lose some, Tyler.
Yeah, well, you lost some too there, Drake.
Yeah, that does bother me.
So, all right, well, that's our picks. That's our bracket. What we'll do is we'll actually post this bracket on our Twitter account so you guys can physically see it. We'll also post it on our website so you guys can also physically see it. So that way everybody actually has a reference. Again, that's our consensus bracket. It has nothing to do with our daily recipes. Daily recipes obviously go into spreads, team totals, money lines, etc. So, and if you are following the daily recipe, let's just say, first four, top 2 days, we are 6-0. All right, 6-0. Bearded Baker bets the last 2 days. All right, let's keep this rocking. We've done it before.
We just got to keep it up, right?
Yeah. Oh, heck yeah, man, dude. And tomorrow's exciting, dude. I'm telling you, I'm sprinkling on every single game. I am sprinkling.
Not gonna lie,
every single game.
Every year, the first round of the NIT, that's a good place to bet. It's a good place. You can find some favorable lines there.
Absolutely.
I'm kind of frustrated I can't bet on the CIB though.
You can you can on FanDuel?
You can on FanDuel.
Okay, FanDuel?
Can on FanDuel.
Okay.
Yep. Cleveland State's participating, Ty.
Heck yeah, man. That's right. The Vikings. All right. Moving into last couple segments here. We're going into just pretty much double-digit seed analysis here, so this is just kind of more for fun. What we're going to look at here, if you guys had to take a Final Four double-digit seed,
Ooh.
All right, from each region, the South, the East, the Midwest, and the West, what is your Final Four from each of those regions? Trey,
so a double-digit seed?
Yeah, double-digit seed. Just give us your Final Four.
All 4 teams have to be double digits from each region.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Who wants to start?
I can start.
Do you guys want to go in regions, or do you want to go all 4 at once?
Go. Say from the east, from the south, like stuff like that.
All right, let's go south first.
Okay, right. So we'll start with south. Go ahead.
South first. Trey, go ahead.
All right, from the south, I am going NC State.
Okay, that's a good pick. Trent, who you got from the south?
South, I am going Charleston.
Okay. I'm also going to go Charleston from the south. All right. Okay. Let's go east. Trey, who you got from the east? What's your double-digit Final Four seed?
Whew, man, that's a tough one.
Again, it's all hypothetical. It's just for fun.
Mine would be Providence.
Okay. That's a good. Wow.
Okay. I think easier pathway. I think I got USC.
All right, USC. All right. Hey, guess where I'm going? I'm going with my guys. I'm going Oral Roberts, baby.
I can't
The
do that.
potential national champions, Oral Roberts Golden Eagles.
Stop that.
All right. Moving up to the Midwest. Trey, who you got double-digit possible Final Four seed from the Midwest? I know you got a lot of there.
I think you guys know because I used my challenge on these bad boys. I'm going the Drake Bulldogs.
Drake. All right. Nice.
Drake Bulldogs. All right.
Trent, who you going with out of the Midwest?
Midwest. I'm gonna avoid the 1 seed spot. So I'm gonna go. They're gonna be living by the 3. We are Penn State.
Ooh, Penn State.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
I thought you were taking Pittsburgh.
Hey. I'm gonna jump on Trent's new favorite shirt.
Pittsburgh. What am I saying?
I'm going with Kent State.
Okay.
Yep, Kent State's my Final Four there. All right, in the West region here, we have who you got, Trey?
Oh God, I'm gonna go Arizona State.
Oh, that's a good one. Especially after tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna go. They're living as the only representation from their conference. Conference that used to get a little bit more respect.
I know what he's okay.
The Atlantic 10.
Yeah.
VCU.
All right. Respectful.
Shaka's old stomping grounds.
Yeah, that's I don't know, that kind of seemed like an obvious one. I'm just going to be a little bit different here. And I'm going with the team.
Oh.
They might be the national champions. Lowest seed probably to ever win it as a national champion.
Probably?
Maybe. UNC Asheville Bulldogs as a 15 seed.
Tyler,
Drew Pember
Tyler.
taking home, walking away with the MVP trophy.
Tyler, I'm gonna put this out there, Ty. And Trey, you could go in on it with me. Yeah.
If you want to make a beer bet on this, I will take the 19.5 spread.
No. I'm actually not even making a bet.
Okay.
I'm just giving it an offer because I'd be so happy for you. If UNC Asheville upsets UCLA, I'll buy you a 4-pack of beer.
I think you're gonna tell me you're gonna buy beer. I think you're gonna tell me you're like buy me a car or something. Yeah, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
we're not gonna use a car here.
I'm just saying, like, I don't care. UCLA wins, you don't owe me a thing.
All right.
If UNC Asheville upsets UCLA tomorrow, I'll get you a 4-pack of beer.
All right.
And if UNC
it's the last
Asheville,
game of the night.
If UNC are they really
10:02, baby.
If UNC Asheville makes it to the Final Four, I'll buy you a whole darn case of beer.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Deal. So
here's what I'll say is, Tyler, I would have called you clinically insane about projecting UNC Asheville to the Final Four until last year. And St. Peter's, man, they were a 15 seed that made quite the run. So it's not impossible as we saw. So.
No.
Trey, you're gonna make me rescind my offer.
It's already been said. It's already recorded. We're good.
All right, let's get into this final draft and let's get ready. I gotta get a little bit of shut eye before these. Well, actually, sorry. Gotta go. Wake up early tomorrow and go to work. Sorry.
You know what? We still got Oregon and UC Irvine going on. That's what.
Oh, I got it on the screen. I got it on the screen.
So, hey, real quick before we do the draft, the last poll question, which we talked about that we would say about earlier, how many double-digit seeds would make it out of the first weekend to the Sweet 16? Consensus was 3 or less teams, and that was a big whopping 50% from all our fans. Yeah.
I mean, I'll hop on here. I have three, so I agree with the consensus at 3 or less. So,
wait, Trey, I thought you had
Sweet 16, Trey. You had like 4 out of 1 conference.
You had multiple 4 seeds. You had 4.
I had the 12, 13, 14 winning their first matchup.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have my 3 double-digit teams I have in the Sweet 16 are Drake, Kennesaw State, and NC State.
Okay.
What do you guys have?
Let
What,
me look.
what about how many double-digiters?
1, 2. I gotta count them. Sorry. Going into the second weekend. Correct. That is what we said.
Yeah.
They have to make the Sweet 16. Yeah.
Win the first 2 games.
Okay. I currently have less than 3.
Less than 3.
Yeah, I have 2. I have 2 teams. I have Pitt and College of Charleston.
All right, I'm just gonna be a little bit different here. I'm gonna say 4 teams do.
Wow.
I'm gonna say 4 double-digit teams.
So you got A&M, right?
Well, they're not double-digit.
What?
Oh shoot, you're right. I don't know why I thought they were a 10 seed.
No, I'm just gonna I'm going 4.
Which ones?
I'd say Charleston, NC State. I'm gonna ride Oral Roberts.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry. And then I am actually gonna look at riding VCU.
Okay.
So that's my 4. All right,
All
so
right.
that's our last. Yeah,
do
that was
this.
our last poll. Getting in the last thing here, what we're gonna be doing is drafting the 10 through 15 seeds. We're each going to be able to run with 8 of those teams. And what we'll do is we'll kind of map it out points-wise. I believe we said that based on your draft, you can get that point value of their seed, Trey, per round that they win. So if you take, for instance, Utah State, if they win the first round, you get 10 points. They win the second round, you get 10 points. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right, so we're going to do this round robin here. So there's 24 teams. This shouldn't take that long. We're gonna run through them real quick. We're gonna go snake draft wise. Trey's gonna start. Trent will go second. I'll go third, and then we'll snake it back. So Trey's gonna take the first one here, and then we'll go.
So we're doing 10 through 15, correct?
10 through 15.
I can pick any single one, huh?
Anyone.
Wow, this is
If they lose, you don't get
tough.
any points.
All right, I'm gonna go with. I've been confident in them the whole time I've been talking. Actually, man, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go NC State. That's who I'm gonna be as my team to start.
Okay, Trent.
All right. NC State's off the board. Darn you, Trey. All right, I'm going to go. Oh, my goodness. I will take VCU.
Okay.
All right, Tyler.
So NC State, VCU off the board. All right, I am going to take Charleston.
All right.
Trey, I know who Trey's next pick is already. Oh, wait.
No,
he isn't good.
I don't get a next pick, but I know who you think it's going to be.
I am also going to take Pitt.
Okay.
All right, Trent.
All right, I am going to take USC.
Wow.
It's a good pick.
So,
Yeah.
wait.
Hey, you guys are writing
I
it
get
down,
two.
right? Because what I'll do is I'll put together a whole thing.
I get 2 picks, right?
You get 2 picks.
All right.
Wait, Tyler, did you take 2 teams?
I did.
You took Charleston,
Charleston
and Pitt. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Who I'm going to take. Wow, this is tough here.
How are you not taking them right now?
I'm going to take Drake. All right, just give me a second, because I know you guys aren't taking them. That's why.
Better watch out there, bud.
All right, I'm going to take Drake, and I'm going to take... Man, this is tough. I'm going to take Utah State.
Ooh. Didn't see it happening.
Okay, Trent.
Give me Kent State.
Okay. I'm going to go Arizona State.
I like that, Tyler.
Yeah, better target.
I am also going to take... Oh, I'm also going to take Oral Roberts.
I was waiting for it.
You're welcome. Trent,
All right, Trent.
Kennesaw.
What? Wow. That makes me mad.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it's kind of a strategy, too, because you can take lower seeds and get more points, or you can take a little bit higher and think that they may go a little bit further.
I got a good variety, though, right now. I got one of each so far.
I get two, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
There's 2 10s still out there.
Yeah, I'm going to take... Oh, man, this is really hard. I'm going to take Providence and UNC Asheville.
Wow. You're an asshole.
I am.
Like, wow, I did not see that one coming.
Yeah, I had to.
Wow, okay.
Tyler, this whole thing just went south for Tyler pretty quick.
Yeah. Like,
well, you took Kennesaw from me.
I didn't. Trent did.
I know. I'm just talking. Yeah, I meant Trent. But
who's your other one? I mean, I lost. I blacked out when you said UNC Asheville.
Providence and UNC Asheville.
Gosh, it's awful. I was gonna pick them next.
I know.
What a
all right.
Cruel.
I'm gonna take.
Still, if they won it all.
Let's see. I think I'm gonna take. I think I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take Furman.
Get another. No, I get the next one.
No, I don't ever get to take 2 in a row, so I'm in the middle.
Well,
enjoy that.
Meet in the middle. All right, I'm gonna take Penn State.
Ah, rascal.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of hoping Shitbag would have taken them.
That is Trey.
Yep.
That is Trey.
Yep.
Hey, can you guys hear me okay?
Yep, we sure can. I'm also going to take Louisiana.
Good pick.
Trent?
All right. I'm up. So I'm gonna go Iona.
Okay.
So do I get 2 here?
Yep.
I'm going to go Boise State.
Okay.
Wow. And then I'm also going to go Grand Canyon.
Trent, you're up.
All right. So right now, all 10s are off the board.
So last we have Providence, UCSB.
No,
Providence was taken.
Okay.
So we have. There's no 10s or 11s. There's no 12s left.
No 13s.
No 13s left.
Nope.
There's 2 14s and then three 15s.
2 15s.
All right. So,
No, there's three.
So there's 3 left: Princeton,
I
Vermont,
know what
and
I did.
Colgate.
Yeah, okay. I X'd out
Yeah.
Princeton, not Providence.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and this is so tough. Oh, who do I like more? I'm gonna take UCSB.
Okay.
Good pick.
All right, my picks. Right.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go Montana State. Don't love it, but I'll take it. And I'm gonna take Colgate.
Ah,
Trent, don't do it to me.
Do it to him.
I'm totally doing this right
Asheville.
now.
Dude, he took Asheville.
I actually don't. I don't think I'm gonna do anything to him. To be honest with you, I'm not too sure what he wants me to do. However, I'm going to go Vermont.
You did it to me.
Sorry.
All right. Go Tigers.
Mainly because I knew you hated the Ivy League.
Trey, you want to trade anybody for Asheville?
Who do you got? I'll take my Nits.
Yeah.
Ooh, Penn State for UNC Asheville.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
All right, trade.
Ooh, oh my goodness. That's a 10 to a 15 trade right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
That's how you pull the heartstrings, Trent.
Wow. Like a little Corday tendon. I see what you're
I like
doing.
where I'm at with Pitt and Arizona State. So
Yes.
Okay. And Charleston. I'm fine.
So I have Penn State now.
Yep, you have Penn State.
Yep.
I have Asheville.
Did you draft them at Asheville?
What?
Yes, he did.
Okay, so I don't know why I made that trade, but whatever.
Way after Asheville. It was like a couple rounds.
I want to get a reaction out of Tyler.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. He was trying to challenge me. All right. So listen, you guys have yours recorded.
Yep.
Shoot them my way. Then what we'll do is I'll record them, post those, just to kind of show and record where we're going. You get a point. You get the amount of points that seed is worth. All right. So if you have a 10 seed, every time they win, you get that amount of points. Is the way that we'll roll with it. We each have 8 teams, just for fun. So what we'll do here is we will post our bracket. I know it's been a long episode here. We'll post our bracket. We will post our picks. And we are also going to have a Bearded Baker board each day of the draft. And what we're looking at there for the Bearded Baker board. What's that?
Each day of the tournament, not the draft.
Sorry, the tournament. For the tournament. We'll do about 5 picks a day. Things may change as it gets deeper into the tournament in terms of how many games there are. But what we're looking at right now to start is 5 picks a draft. 5 picks a tournament. And then we'll work through that through at least the first weekend here and see where we go.
Yeah.
But, hey, check us out. We got, again, daily recipe. Right now, we are 6-0 into the madness of March. Moving in here into the eve of the tournament. Let's have a day tomorrow, boys.
Yep.
It's Friday. I know we're spending all day together watching games, making bets, drinking beers and stuff. And this weekend, like you said, Tyler, the eve of the tournament feels like the eve of Christmas. I can't wait for it.
Yeah. Keep like I said, keep an eye out for the daily recipes, and also keep an eye out. We might do some sort of live stream or something on Friday. Still kind of working through the ins and outs of that. Not for sure. All right, but maybe. So keep an eye out for that, just as something to look forward to. Released a promo commercial tonight. Check it out. Like it, retweet it, do what you can do, and follow us. And if you have not done so, join the Bearded Baker bracket. All right, you got less than 12 hours to do so. Less than 12 hours. All right, join it. I think we're up to we're over 20 right now. All right, over 20 different people joined. So join the Bearded Baker bracket.
Cool ass shirt we're giving out too for the winner, and I'll tell you, I'm trying to win it so I can get the shirt.
Yeah, we got shirt, we got wristband. I'm thinking probably gonna send out a sticker with it too. All right, so join it. All right, try to win it again. Probably see if you can differentiate. Maybe you won't have Texas as your winner, like I guess we do now as a consensus bracket.
So mad about it. He's so mad.
I am salty. I am so salty.
Hey, let's have a bracket, boys. I'm excited. Let's have fun.
Again, follow our boy Fast Breaks. All right, he's another guy that posts some good picks. There's some other different people and stuff that we'll retweet, we'll like, show some love, because we're all in this together, man. We're trying to make some money, beat the books. All right, hey.
Best of luck this weekend.
Absolutely. Best of luck this weekend. Best of luck this tournament, dude.
That's great.
Dude, we got all the way through April 3rd, man. It is March 16th. It is March 16th. Let's go. You know why? You know why? It's the madness. All right, hey, thanks for listening, everybody. Have a great day.
All right, take it easy, guys.
Bye.
See you guys.